What is today? Saturday, y'all. Nobody's on here yet. I'm just laying down. Come on, come on. Where are my friends? Y'all, it's kind of cold. Do 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 do. I know y'all ain't gonna leave me in here to talk to myself. Hey, Michelle. How are you? Happy Saturday. Not if you, that's funny. Hey, how are you guys? Hey, friends. Happy Saturday. Why does it feel like such an odd day? Yes, so they won Best Stunt. They were the first award given out, and their score was superior. Thank you, Emily. So I was actually, ooh, I can't wait for that new video. It was actually a really good competition. You know what? Thank you, y'all. Um, what I think was really good is that the whole team, like they're very in sync and like crisp and clean. Like you know how a lot of times when they're doing like moves and like the other teammates are like they're doing the same move, but they're not like in sync. The whole team was so in sync. They did such a great job. I am good. Okay, Ziggy. I've never seen your panel. I'll have to check your page out. Let me screenshot this. Thank you. I appreciate it. Competitive cheer is exhausting because I had to get up so early this morning because I had to get her together. I had to get myself together. But she loves it, and I love cheer for her because it's an individual um progress, but it's also teamwork. And I love the fact that she's striving to be better each time, and so is her team. So they have something to work towards. And I think that the things that they learn in competitive cheer, like they'll be able to take that outside in real life and accomplish a lot, understanding teamwork and understanding like competing and not being intimidated and building confidence and yeah, all of those things. So I love it for her because of that. And she really loves it. So, ooh, that sounds good. Wait, wait. Are you trying to be funny? Thank you, Sharon. What is like your hmm you honestly a lot of sites you can find like really good discounts. I think there's one called Mega Wigs or Mega Hair. I'll post some of the where I get some of mine. I'll do a video about them. Ooh, true crime. Hey, Alex. Thank you. Hey, Kathleen. Hey, Jill. Hey, just me. I hope I didn't uh wait, hold on. Okay, wait. Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't delete too many. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the comments because I don't think I have my mods in here. Yes. She makes such a You know what? Okay, so I heard this. I don't know if this is true, so don't take this as gospel, but I actually heard that her parole officer allegedly was being paid by Lifetime, which kind of would make sense. Like that's probably one of the only things that would make sense. Jill Payne, I did see that. I actually spoke about it briefly in one of my videos the other day. Hey, I think I could see that being true, possibly. But the thing is, I feel like I don't have enough of a, I don't know, like I don't know enough to know that for sure. Thank you. But, and I would hope someone wouldn't lie about that, you know? But who knows? They gotta be all on payroll. It would just kind of make sense because why? It's too much going on. I live in Texas. Thank you. I mean, you just don't really know. Thank you. I think it's one of those things we got to kind of wait and see. It is so, listen, I am very curious if there is really one, but I feel like saying that, I almost feel like I need to be in a straitjacket because how could someone have you questioning so much if there's really a baby or not? Like, or questioning the entire pregnancy. Like, from start to finish, there's been questions. Like, that's not normal to question so much. Like, her behavior gives, you know what I'm saying? Like, too much. I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah, and then you know what I think what it is kind of like questionable is the fact that the belly showing up, not showing up, showing up, not showing up. But also, Mersey, I agree with you. Most moms would not leave first of all, twice in what, 2 weeks? Not only that, there's also a lot of flu right now, colds, like I wouldn't be in a concert with a infant at home right now with so many people and like getting sick right now. I would be too concerned about bringing something home and their immune systems aren't strong enough to like just fight it. So like for me, that's just not, I personally wouldn't, but I may be overprotective, you know, or Jill, like, I legit feel like I need a straitjacket questioning it, but I feel like I'm also gaslighting myself. Thank you. Jane Doe, that's another thing. There's so much going on. I just wouldn't be. Yes, I agree with you, Kathleen. And also, I feel like the way her and Ken both spoke about her was very odd. It seemed very detached. This is like glitter from ColourPop, so it's like a gel almost. You know, because Ken said Aurora is a 1 month old baby. It wasn't like he was like, oh, it's, you know, that's my daughter. She's only 1 month old. No, Aurora is a 1 month old baby. Like it was so, I don't know, odd. Aw, you were having a rough few days. What's wrong? Well, I hope your day gets better or your next couple of days. Thank you. Okay, that's weird. Why are so many weirdos coming on here? No, I definitely question if she had a baby. Yes, that RSV is another thing. And there's so many things going on. I would just be so concerned with bringing something home. Like to me, that's always a concern, especially when you have a baby that young, because when they're that young, their immune systems can't fight it. Like, you know, hell, my 4-year-old is always sick from daycare because you know them little kids at daycare are disgusting. And I'm not saying disgusting as in like they look disgusting, but you know they're babies. They get sick all the time. They touch stuff. They're always like, you know, messing with stuff. And I would just be concerned about that. Yes, I agree, especially if the baby does have a micro deletion. That's another thing, pink eye, everything. Like the daycare, when I tell you that daycare and Chuck E. Cheese, I feel like are the two most infected places. And his daycare is very clean, like they keep everything very clean and all that. But it's like kids are just so no, Debbie, facts. Let me tell you, my son, I had got I think he had like Burger King or something like a couple of weeks ago. And I guess he lost a nugget in his car seat, and when I was cleaning it out, I didn't see it. Girl, why was he getting out the car one day at home and he looks, he sees the chicken nugget, he goes to pick it up and goes to put it in his mouth, and that thing is like 2 weeks old. I'm like, give sir, hand it over. Not you thought you was gonna eat this 2 week old nugget. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, no, Chuck E. Cheese is fun, but it's like I feel like all the kids with colds, like, are always there, you know? You know what, Edna? I think that's something that I need to start doing. Thank you, Jennifer. He did get his ice cream. He did. Girl, you know he wasn't gonna let me go not letting him get that ice cream. You know what, Kathleen? I almost did that with my son, because he went to daycare at 6 months old, but he was a preemie, and this was during COVID, so I was really nervous. But I had to go back to work. It was kind of tough, but he just he does well now for the most part. Not a another Nina versus Ken. You know what? That whole thing was just when I look back at it, I think it was kind of like that whole thing was weird because I feel like he's that person in a glass house throwing rocks. Yes, he was born during COVID. In fact, like he couldn't have any visitors. Like it was wild. Belladonna, that is very true. Like if that was true, thank you, Anna. I appreciate it. Um, hmm. I think it's possible Ryan would try to slide in, but to really be honest with you, um, I think Gypsy would probably move on to somebody else to use. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start giving them vitamin C more often. Yeah, Jill, I'm always freaked out, especially them being that young and germs, because it's so easy for them to get so sick. That's why I did think it was kind of odd that she was out at a concert and then she said Ken was at work. I think it's funny that they always feel the need to make it seem like Ken was at work. Because remember, they said that during the book signing, and Ken's car was spotted at the book signing. Thank you, Gage. She was singing all offbeat and everything. Ken ain't got no job. He is like Tommy from Martin, okay? Not work is code word for Steve Wood. Ooh, child. That is so funny. I actually don't believe that. Thank you, Anna. I actually don't. I actually, from what I heard, the baby was getting tested for it and hadn't gotten the results back. That's what, or did she, was she getting tested or she got tested? I can't remember either, but I know they were seeing a specialist. Wait, Ryan was at the concert last night? I didn't hear that. Thank you, honey. I did not hear that. Wait, where did you hear that from? Okay, and we think some random person named Not Blue is, we're like, yeah, that sounds credible. Y'all be doing too much. You know what? I actually do think I know they said they took a test. I know all of that. I still think it's Ryan's baby because I heard Gypsy was very upset. Um, that I'm sorry, I'm trying to read these comments and people are tripping. She was very upset that Ryan was still gonna take the paternity test. Why? I think now this is something that I feel like we just have to wait and see and let it play itself out because who knows? I do think it's Ryan's baby, and I think she had that baby a whole lot earlier than what we think. Hold on, let me check out this channel. So this channel was just started, no subscribers, a random page, and yeah, you think you're credible? Yeah, adios. You've been removed. I do. And in fact, I would venture to say if there really is a baby, I think she even had it before the baby shower. And I say that because you remember that online book signing that she had? She looked exhausted. Like she looked like she had been up all night and she was pulling her hair. Like she looked so exhausted. And I remember seeing that live and thinking to myself, why does she look so tired? Ooh, Live Tinted has such a really good tinted moisturizer. Ooh, and Danessa Myricks. Danessa Myricks actually has a really, really, really good one. Yeah, she looked pale, she looked tired, she looked very like irritated. I don't think Ryan's dating Amber J. Amber J lives in another state, I think. I think Amber J is just being funny. I don't think it's like that. I don't know. I don't really know her, but I think she's because she's like pretty she's funny. So I think she just is being funny. No, first of all, her birth experience that she said, it was actually conflicting stories. So she said she had a super easy birth experience, no pain, nothing, right? And then she said that towards the end of her pregnancy it was rough. Like she was feeling contractions and stuff. So either you had it easy or you felt contractions. Which one is it? I also think it's worth noting the fact that when she said that, um, she said she had Pitocin, right? One of the first things I think you would say if you were given Pitocin would be heavy, very, very heavy contractions and pressure, like feeling pressure. Even if you were on epidural, you would feel pressure. That was not a description she used, and that was kind of a red flag. Yes, because I had Pitocin. Um, and I think that that was like odd. Yeah, Bree did say a C-section. That's another thing. The stories, there was too many stories being told. And why would Bree assume a C-section? Obviously, someone told her that. You get like someone told her that. Who told her that? Yes, Pitocin is painful. Immediately when you take it, even if you have the epidural, you feel it, you feel a lot of pressure. I think that would be like the first description would be pressure. Even if you had the epidural, you would say, I felt a lot of pressure. Like that would be one of the first things you'd say. No, Bree is not her close friend. They try to portray that, and I think makes Bree think that. But Gypsy's just using her. Yes, Pitocin will beat the hell out of you this fast. Like fast, fast. Yeah, Pitocin is traumatic. I know, Manda. I don't see how Bree can't see that Gypsy's using her. But you know what? Listen, if you gonna play the fool, then child, do your thing, okay? A lot of people's water has broken on Pitocin. Mine didn't, uh, but I felt a lot of pressure, but it didn't break. I ended up having to have a C-section because my blood pressure was like skyrocketing because I started like stressing over it. Random, that part, she definitely wants to be the fool for clout. Because even that live that she did, that she was doing all that crying, that was so weird. Hey, Love Shack Sarah, how are you? Long time no see. Yes, you're right. From 5 to 10 in less than 45 minutes. Yeah, that's Pitocin is just so intense, and she didn't say anything about it being intense. But what we also do know about Gypsy is that she will read stuff and then try to mimic what she read, right? Like think about when she was allegedly pregnant earlier on in the pregnancy, and she was like talking about like stuff that was happening. It just it seemed weird the way she described stuff. Love Shack Sarah, I get it. I get it. Yes, my truth. That's the thing is like it's like she everything's like supposed to be staged. Like it's extra staged. Yes, and nothing is ever like perfect no matter like how good things are. But you know what? One thing that I think a lot of people like we're not thinking about. Have you guys noticed Christy Blanchard has been awfully quiet? Thank you, peace. That is really weird. Like, how would they let her keep a child? Like, that is kind of odd. Yes, Christy has been awfully quiet, and I think she's going to be quiet until Gypsy gets off parole. Because remember when Gypsy was on live with Bree and she said that Christy wanted her to sell the pictures? Thank you, peace. Um, and she was like, "Oh, I kind of got a little angry." I think Gypsy was trying to like throw little hints out there that Christy was is money hungry, so she can turn and say that's why. I think she's like kind of like setting up the stage. So, like, because when she does come out and say that, she's gonna be like, "Do you guys remember when she was trying to get me to sell that picture?" It like all I started to realize that's when, she was like using me or like I feel like Gypsy is going to turn on her and she's just kind of like setting the stage up. So when she gets off parole, she could say, "Yeah, I told you guys, remember when I like it had been like that." Like it she's going to show her butt. Oh, yes. Little Tree, she was projecting that whole life. Thank you, Mark. Crystal, that's the part that's so weird is the amount of people that are praising her in her lives. But I also think those people really don't know what's going on. And what I think these news outlets, none of them want to be the first one to really like air her out. Kathleen, I wouldn't be surprised if she turned on her like she turned on her mama, but I think it would be a little more calculated this time. And if she did get back with Ryan, I would think she would try to frame him on something because he has always been very boisterous about his dislike for her. Yeah, you know what it is? People rather believe the surviving abuse story because they feel like they're trauma bonding with Gypsy. It's like a trauma bond. It's I know it sounds crazy, but they feel like they could relate to her. Yeah, I don't know about a babe. I just don't know. I'm telling you, I really cannot say whether or not I think there's a kid. I don't think Ken would do anything like that for her. I don't think either one of them, Ken or Ryan, would. But I do think that if Gypsy did do something, she would try to frame Ryan. Yeah, Kathleen, because you're like healthy, like you know what's what, and I think some people, especially like the people that follow her, they're really young, and I think that's why they relate to her. Yes, like just the fact that Nick is sitting there, she's out on parole, and like she's so I feel like she almost taunts Nick. Oh, her competition was really good. They won best stunt and they scored superior. That too, Trouble Puffs. I think a lot of people feel like that, almost like bamboozled by the story. Um, and I think that would probably bother a lot of people too, because yes, shame on the media for perpetuating her story. I But you know what? When you think about it, that's why so many people don't really like watching the media. Thank you, Mersey. Um, don't really like watching like regular news outlets because it's it's never what it seems. Like it's never direct. It's never um and I think I knew this all before, but this Gypsy situation has made it even clearer to me about how much the media will run with a lie for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like it's actually disturbing when you think about it. Nah, I don't think she'll ever be capable of redemption. I think that she is a narcissist and a sociopath, and there's something very evil and like even if okay, don't think I'm crazy, but look at her eyes. In any picture, any video, any live, look at her eyes. There's something about her eyes that are very mm, devious. Thank you, random. Yes, I have mascara on my bottom lashes, not a whole lot. Um, but I wear the Givenchy uh mascara on my bottom lashes. It's a very clean. There's no parabens, no sulfates, and I have very sensitive eyes, so I have to use very clean mascaras on my bottom lashes. Yeah, like yes, they're soulless. That's exactly what it is. It's like you can see it. And it's any picture that you look at with her. Like it's any picture, any video, any live. It's just it seems very dark. I don't and it's weird because I don't feel like I personally don't think I've ever met anyone or seen someone in real life that their eyes have looked that devious and like almost demonic. I don't think she dropped Brie. If you notice, like every once in a while, Brie will totally stop speaking about her, and then she'll come back a random night and just like start running off at the mouth about her. I think it's like kind of like a wait, wait, let me see. What? I was trying to find someone's comment. I think it's kind of like it's a constant setup. Something has always been off about their friendship, but that's because Gypsy's friendships are based off of what she can get out of them and how she can use someone. Yes, she will always use people. That is the core of who she is. She's not even a I don't think she's capable of having meaningful relationships at all. I think Ken is done with her. Um I don't think listen, she's never going to be done with anybody because she's codependent. That's she needs she not even just codependent. In fact, I will always think there's a third person in the picture because she likes triangulation. She do you guys remember when she said last season when she said that s- it was something about like one of her exes and she was like, "Ooh, I just love when they're so jealous," or something to that effect. She likes that feeling like someone wants her. Like she likes knowing she's with someone, but yet someone else really wants her or is trying to like it's something wrong with her. And I think that she will always have someone in the picture that she's triangulating. Yes. She enjoys drama. She enjoys like being a headache. She enjoys like stressing people out, being in the attention, center of attention. Like that's who she is as a person. And I think if she didn't have like a third party involved, she would be online but I'm going to be honest with you, I do think she probably had a pen pal. I'm going to tell you why. Do you guys remember when she gave out her PO box? This is months ago. Why do you think she gave out a PO box? I think like random dudes were writing her. Mhm. So I do think that there's probably like some low lives that we're not privy to yet. Yep. Once she did that PO box, I was kind of like, hmm. Yes, fan mail. Exactly. Because why would she? What was the point? She was never a real influencer, right? So she didn't have to worry about PR. What was the point? She was never an actual real influencer. So what was the point? She always brags about 250 guys were emailing her while she was in prison or messaging her. I do think she would murder someone again. Um, but I think if she gets locked up again, to be honest with you, I think it's going to be some type of financial fraud. I think it's going to be some type of white collar crime that she's going to do. Because, first of all, this fame is going to die down and she's going to want more money, especially when she's off of parole. Oh yeah, when she's off parole, she's really going to be on Hinge. That's where we'll have a show on social media. When she's off parole, she is going to show her behind. I could see her on OnlyFans, but would someone want to see her on OnlyFans? That's the question. Cause Gypsy ain't nothing to look at. Yeah, but I definitely think it's gonna be like some sort of financial crime. I would even venture to say like some type of like tax fraud or like embezzling or money laundering, or it's going to be something along those lines. She, okay, okay, this is going to sound bad, but she doesn't spend too much at one time, but she spends a lot because she's quantity and not quality. Right? Nothing about Gypsy is quality. So she'll buy a bunch of cheap stuff, which the more cheap stuff that you buy is like you have a whole bunch of really nothing instead of like buying something nice and it being worth it. Does that make sense? Like she's not, I think that's what she would do. N- No, I'm sure you don't walk out looking like Gypsy 90% of the time. This is inappropriate. Listen, you know Gypsy will never turn down a free ride, okay? You know what I did think was weird about her outfit last night? Like, I think the top was cute and the skirt was kind of cute, but she had stockings on with boots on, and it was like 70 degrees in Dallas, which I'm pretty sure it was probably warmer in Louisiana. I thought that was a little odd. Oh, she was definitely upset to stand in line. She felt like she was Kim Kardashian and she didn't understand why she was online. And she kept mentioning about how long the line was. Yes, Sharon, I definitely think it's going to be federal. No, the skirt didn't really fit her well, but like in theory, if it did fit her well, the outfit would have been decent. Not the boots ankle monitor. I don't know. I don't think Parole cares enough to even put her on an ankle monitor, to be honest with you. Now she wanted that wheelchair. Love Shack, Sarah, you play too much. You play way too much. Not royal mashed potatoes. Yeah, it had to be warm in Louisiana. So for her to have those stockings on, I just thought that was kind of. First of all, you have stockings on, but your arms out. Is it just me or that just seems odd? Thank you. Like, I feel like if your arms are out, you wouldn't have stockings on. She didn't have a jacket, she didn't have a sweater, she had none of that, but she had stockings. Like, that was just like, who dressed you? But even if her legs are, even if her legs are beat up, who's to say that, let me make sure I blocked the right person. Okay. Why wouldn't she just use, she uses suntan stuff all the time. Why wouldn't she do that? Yeah, I mean, it is like odd that she was there, but Constant, you play too much. No, they looked like full stockings. I don't know who that lady was that was with her. Y'all, probably someone she met off of social media. You know, she love a good old internet friend, child. That's crazy. Now she probably hired her as a friend. Y'all play so much. Thank you, Trouble. Now she hired an internet friend. Hey, could you, you know, if you have to hire a friend, something's just not right. Like the day you have to hire a friend, you really need to sit down and reevaluate yourself. It was her competition was really good. She won, they won best stunts and they scored superior. Thank you, Peace. That's another thing. Who would want to be friends with a psycho unaliver? Thank you, resident. Hey, just Jen. Thank you. What? Kimberly. Wait. Do you have receipts of that? Because I need to see that. Or do you know where it's at for me to see that? I need to see that. Not rent a buddy. Y'all, listen. If that lady was making fun of her behind her back, that is embarrassing. I need that constant. Can you email me the link for that? Y'all, that would be I have to oh, case post. Okay, I'm gonna have to go check that out. Oh, that is embarrassing. Could you imagine hanging out with one of your friends and we're doing quote unquotes and they're making Gypsy must have paid her to go to that concert because the girl didn't even really look like excited to see her. Yeah, and that's what I was just saying a little while ago, Jen, is that I think what was odd is that she had her shoulders out with stockings on. That was just really, really weird. Pepperidge, not an escort service. Why are you on this internet playing at 8:53 at night? Wait, you wrote a few more to hire up people. Hire up people from where? I think I might have missed your last comment, so I don't really know what you're saying. Not Mia approved the outfit, child. Thank you. Not a random girl. Le- oh my goodness. Could you imagine, first of all, if you took a picture with Gypsy, I would do the picture just to mock her. Just to be shady as hell. To say I took a picture of you and with you, but you really were just a joke. Oh, in a high office. Okay. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but I have a theory. Just follow me. I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I have a theory. I have a feeling Bree has like a crush on Gypsy. Thank you, Alf. Thank you, Nania. I just feel like there's something just too weird. Like she goes too, I don't know. It's just too weird. And that's the only conclusion that I could come to that would make it make sense. Yes, troubled, like she's too emotional for it to just be a regular friendship. Like it's too odd. Not trading spouses, just not the normal way. Why are y'all like this? Yes, she goes too hard and it doesn't like add up. It just doesn't make sense. It's not normal. Yes, Lavanda. Like it's just something very, I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on it, but that's the only thing I could really think that makes sense. Now, look, th- Bree and Christy were friends before Gypsy and Christy. I mean, Gypsy and Bree. And y'all remember that video I posted about Bree's search history, right? Who remembers that? 30 plus, everybody keeps saying that, and I actually think you're onto something. Yes. You can't tell me that was like not one of the funniest videos ever, though. I honestly think that was. I was so gagged when I saw the search history. I was so gagged because I was like, not you accidentally showed your search. I was so gagged. I couldn't just. All I could do was like and I was just like, you know what, girl, you've been messing with me so long. And this one right here is real good. Like, I was sitting there at my phone like, it's petty time. I was like, it is petty time. Man, she did say that it was a rent center, and it must have been like, rent center cleared out the history first, child. Don't tell us that. No, seriously, 30. She should have just logged right off forever and just been done with it. I would not have ever showed my face back um on the internet to clear the air to explain anything. We would have just never spoke about it ever again. Okay, like thank you, Lana. Like I would have never had that conversation. I wouldn't explain anything. I would just disappear. Like completely disappear. There's no way I would explain that. I'm gonna watch it when I get off. I would literally just hide and not have that conversation. Oh, it was corn. Just Jen. That's exact they've been over. I keep saying that. I know people think that they're not. They're just trying to save face. Good night. Thanks for coming. Nuts. Not biscuits and gravy, chow. But that part of the book, the whole book is disturbing. I really just think they need to pull that thing off the shelves completely. It really needs to. Thank you. The biscuits and gravy part really tripped me out. I was like, Dang, not you selling cooter for biscuits and gravy and telling us about it in the book. So definitely OnlyFans is not above you. like, like the fact that when someone said something about the OnlyFans, she act like I would never. Girl, that is not beneath you. Clearly. So I actually ended up getting the book on the audiobook with one of my points from Amazon so I could write a review. I had already had a copy of it. Someone had emailed me a copy of it. Um but I did get it on the audiobook base with my points so it was free. She didn't get the money towards it to write a review cuz I really wanted to write a review about it. She does wanna be desirable so bad, which is so I think the thing that's so weird to me about her is she's so concerned about what everybody else thinks of her. Yes, the bottle you know, I wish she would stop telling that story about the bottle because everybody knows. Literally toilet paper. I had to do that review. I'm telling you, I needed to write a review because that book was really bothering me. Bree has had her whole name on social media before. In fact, her old TikTok handle was her first and last name. No, it last in those videos, her nose did look I don't know, it looked extra wide, but it could just be the angle of the camera. I don't know. It just something about her nose looked off. I think she does have a mentality of a teenager, but I just don't think she'll ever grow up. I think oh my god. Oh, I forgot. Y'all, I had this I don't even know where oh sorry, y'all. I had a I forgot I had a Coke Zero in here. Did y'all see what Coke did? Okay, so have you guys heard about the boycott for Coke? I was super salty because I love Coke Zero. So, all right, so Coke called their employees, their undocumented employees in and told them that they needed to like get their paperwork together. And when they called them in, they called ICE on all of them and had them all deported. And look, I'm all for immigration doing things what you need to do, but the fact that the company that you work for would do that to you, that is low down. Like I can't respect that. So, and you know what's crazy is Coke is really being hurt by this right now because Latin America is the biggest consumer of Coke products. Yeah, like that's dirty. That's dirty. Like that's exactly. They hired them, they let them work for them. And you would do that? Like I, I don't know. Like that really bothered me. And when I say I love Coke Zero, I love Coke Zero. But I was like, I had 2 cases that I had bought from Costco, like, well, 3, but one of them is gone now. Um, I was like, "I'll finish those," but I was like, I guess I'll have to do Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper, because I'm not doing it. Yeah, it's just I feel like that's almost like a friend stealing your stuff and then helping you look for it. So they issued out a apology, and but they only did it because of like public pressure. I just I just feel like that's so low down. No, it is. So I actually have an uncle um from Jamaica that came to America on a student visa. And it's been some years. I mean a long time. He came on a student visa when I was probably about 5 or 6 years old, and I'm 38 now. Um, something he finished school, and he ended up getting a job offer when he got out of school, and it ended up falling through. Um, like a couple of days before he started working, and the company you work for generally like applies for your like green card or whatever. And so since it fell through, he didn't get it. And it didn't like he was never like you it he couldn't get another opportunity fast enough. So basically he was here undocumented for like a long time. And he finally ended up getting his paperwork like 4 or 5 years ago. Now, mind you, I'm 38, so it's probably when I was about 34, he finally got it. Yeah, like a sponsorship program. And this is back in like the 90s. Um, well, yeah, like maybe 1990, 91 or something like that. And he just got his and he had a son that he had been working and sending money back to his son in Jamaica for like his whole childhood. And he would like video chat him, and he was able to go back to Jamaica like 4 years ago to see my cousin. And we would see my dad always made sure my cousin was good, because my dad has a house in Jamaica or whatever, and my dad would always like spend time down there or whatever. And anytime we were down there, um like my cousin would come and spend the summer with us, and my dad would do stuff and stuff like that. But like it took him like 20 something years. Like it was not easy for him to get his like at all. And he was like upstanding, never got into any type of trouble, was always working, and it was just so complicated. I feel like what I feel the worst about is DACA, because I actually have a friend that's a nurse. She's a pediatric no, 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 no. She's a NICU nurse. And she is on DACA, and she's worried about that right now. That's the thing that I'm worried about the most, is like DACA, because she is a nurse, she does have a life. She has an apartment here. She lives here, she has her car note, she does what she's supposed to do. So I just hope that like they find like a pathway to citizenship for DACA. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do Dr. Pepper for sure, cause I don't really like Pepsi. Don't don't be mad at me. I don't like Pepsi. It's too sweet. Yeah, DACA's like, and then I have another friend that's a DACA. She like has a regular job. Um, but I'm concerned about her because she has her son here and everything. So that's what I'm kind of worried about. Not Bacardi and Coke. Listen, I can't do Bacardi. Bacardi will automatically give me a headache. Like, I'm going to wake up with my head spinning. I do like Dr. Pepper, so I could definitely do Dr. Pepper, but I can't like, Pepsi is just too sweet for me. I don't know. The only thing with Dr. Pepper is I feel like Dr. Pepper burns the back of your throat so much more than Coke Zero. I know I'm right. As soon as you pop a Dr. Pepper, it's like a like there but you know what? I will be honest, and I know I'm not the only person. I would say in the last 9 months, Diet Cokes and Coke Zeros have been sort of flat. And I have bought them from multiple stores because I used to think it was like one gas station or like one store or like maybe just like Kroger or maybe no, all of them were just flat. I know. I maybe have like one um once a day or so. Like it's something about carbonation and a Coke. Like Coke Zero. I love Coke Zero. I do love cream soda, but I feel like cream soda is not as accessible. And I normally buy mine from like Costco. So like I'll have um like a whole thing and so I won't have to buy it for a while. Like I have 2 cases of Diet Coke and they'll last me months. So that's why I was like when those are over, I'll just do Diet Pepper. Cuz I saw people like emptying out their Cokes that they have already, but I'm like if you already paid for it, like how is that a protest? Throwing out your own money that you paid for? That just doesn't make sense to me. Right. Like, I'm gonna at least drink what I already have. Like, I'm not gonna purchase any more, but I'm gonna drink what I have already. You know what there's a soda that's really, really good that I feel like you rarely, rarely, rarely ever find this, but it's like a apple soda. Like, it's called it's a Pepsi product. I know that for sure. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Yes. I love it. Like, so much. It's one of my favorites. Yes, that apple soda is so good. It is, it's very hard to find, and you normally only you know where I do find it? Don't judge me. Chuck E. Cheese. And look, I know fight me, but I think Chuck E. Cheese has, like, some of the best pizza. Like, there was one time my son had went to his aunt's for 2 weeks, and I was like, "Dang, I really want Cheese pizza." But I was like, if I just go in there and try to get a Chuck E. Cheese pizza, they're gonna think I'm a creep. Because no grown person could just walk in there and say, can I have a pizza? Good night. Like it's just giving weird. Hey, hello, mom. Like you can't just walk in there with a straight face and say, can I just have a Chuck E. Cheese pizza? I don't even think you could get in without a kid. And I know that sounds so crazy, but I don't think you could get into Chuck E. Cheese unless you have a kid with you. No, I'm not tossing it. I'm gonna drink what I have, but I'm not gonna buy more of it. I figured that like you can't get in there without a kid. Tuck me out at the door, like, hey, can I borrow your kid? Because I just want to get a pizza. Not me calling my best friend. Can can I borrow my goddaughter? I just need to go to Chuck E. Cheese and get a pizza. But you can't lie. Chuck E. Cheese pizza is actually really good. Oh man. Yeah, that's actually not good at all. Man, listen, I love a Chuck E. Cheese birthday party. My son's daycare friend is having a Chuck E. Cheese party in like April. Listen, April can't get here fast enough, okay? I'm here for the pizza. Hey, Papas. Man, like Chuck E. Cheese, they closed down one Chuck E. Cheese close to me, but there's a whole nother one. So Onija is actually back in the US. So she was admitted into a hospital and in Pakistan, and they handed her over to the US consulate when she got out, and they paid for her to get home. Yes, I'm ready for that Chuck E. Cheese pizza. April can't get here fast enough for me to get the pizza. I might even take my kids this weekend. I might even take my kids this weekend coming up. Thank you, Trouble. So do they have something similar to Chuck E. Cheese in the UK? Oh, I hope you feel better, Kelly. Yeah, 30 plus. You know what? I was actually just hoping she lived her best life in Pakistan because I feel like she was living it up, but I know like all good things come to an end. Let me tell you something. If I got out there and I was having a time of my life like that, you would literally have to get a forklift to get me out of there. I would have been even at the gate. I don't want to go. Aw, like you would have literally had to fight me to get back on the plane. So, Mercy, you know what's so funny is I went to Italy uh a couple of about like 8 years ago, but also I went as a kid and I used to think that I didn't know you could Uber Chuck E. Cheese pizza. I'm gonna have to look into that. Um I thought that Italian food was going to be like 10 times better than our food. And I think that and it probably is better, but it's not the same. Real Italian food is like tangy, whereas our meat sauces are sweet. It was nothing like what I expected it to be at all. Gio, put it down. You can't be swinging that around. What if you hit your sister in her head? You have to be kind. You don't do that. Be nice. Um, it is healthier, but I feel like it's not what we're accustomed to. Does that make sense? You know what? Listen, okay. A&T chick, you're gonna want to fight me for this. I had Jolie Bees one day because everybody kept talking about how amazing it was. I don't like it. I don't like the way it tastes at all. 30 plus, don't be telling all my business. I just did not enjoy it at all. In fact, I'm not even sure what the hype is about. Gio, say hi. He said hi. Yeah, like Jollibee was not what I thought it was gonna be. So it's supposed to be this chicken and spaghetti spot. Everybody, okay. So when it first came to Dallas, there was lines wrapped around the building. So I was like, okay, that place has to be good because it's always a line wrapped around the building. So it took me months to like go when I didn't see like a long line. So finally one day I tried it and I was like this. In fact, I had a little bit of it and ended up throwing it out. Because I was like, this is not like what's the hype? Now I like Thailand food. You know what I like pho. I like what's that there's something that they make in Thailand that I really really like. I can't remember the name of it. Why is it not coming to my head? I really like Korean food too. I like Asian food on a whole. Like Asian food is actually really good to me. Greek food is I love Greek food. But you know what? If you could pick one type of food that you could eat for the rest of your life, like one type of meat or meat substitute, which one would it be?
The meat for the meat
It would
for
be seafood for me. Crab and lobster, salmon.
the Brazilian meat.
Oh, the Brazilian meat. She's talking about the Brazilian steakhouse. You're talking about not faca de chao, the other one?
No, you know those things that they have courses.
The one we went to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's De La Brazil or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. You see she's bougie. She's talking about, oh, you know, the one that had the courses. Girl, go sit down. I'm not taking you there again. She's so expensive. She was the kid at like 3 talking about, can I have shrimp? Not no, mom. Gio, you're so silly. Yes, like she was like 3 talking about, can I have shrimp? I'm like, girl, you are too expensive. And let me order crab legs. And I ask her, like, oh, what do you want for dinner? Yes, baby? Okay.
That's one.
Okay.
The pink one.
Okay. Um, she'll, like, if I say, okay, I'm going to order seafood, like, what do you want? So she'll say, oh, you know, can I have McDonald's or whatever? So I'll get her something. But as soon as my food hits the door, Mom, let me have that shrimp and some of those crabs. I'm like, girl, man, listen. If Chuck E. Cheese came out with crab and shrimp, do you understand how expensive these little baby these babies would be? Oh my god, I would be broke. Thank you, Anarchy. Gio, you want to say hi? You know he wants to be in the camera. Come, say hi. Get it. You gotta get up on the bed, Papas. Come on.
Sorry.
It's okay, Papas. You say hi?
Hi.
Y'all, if Chuck E. Cheese had seafood, listen, I would be such a broke joke. It wouldn't make any sense. Because I already know Melania would eat me at a house and home if there was seafood at Chuck E. Cheese. Right, Lonnie?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Let me tell you what she used to do. So when she was like like 2, 3, I used to take her to Chuck E. Cheese like every weekend, sometimes even like twice a week, right? And so she would go to daycare. Well, no, she went to like a private Christian preschool, and they would be like, "Yeah, she was just spinning around, and we didn't know what she was doing." Do you know she would just spin around and go like this, like the way Chucky gives out tickets all the time? And it took us forever to figure out that's what she was doing.
It's so different.
Yes, I know you like Chucky.
Cakey is hit their face.
No, Chucky doesn't hit anybody.
Yes, he hit.
No, don't lie on Chucky like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Chucky the doll?
Yeah.
No, we're not talking about the Chucky doll.
Yeah. But you go to that's nice.
Oh, you hear him? He said you was Chucky for Halloween. He said Halloween.
Slime lane. That's like 21.
Gia, what was that day that I
I be making haha.
oh, what holiday?
December.
No, what's the name of what's that day?
December.
No, what's the day?
December.
No, you're saying you want to be descendants for what day?
Batman.
No, 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 for what day?
I want to be milk.
Uh-huh.
Nice, beautiful. Your hair is beautiful.
I needed him to say Halloween. He says Halloween.
I still want to be, but I want to be Uma.
Oh, you want to be Uma when?
Yeah, me.
No, when though? When do you want to be that?
You see, what's the name? What's the name? Say yeah.
Listen, he's not gonna say it. I don't know why I can't get him to say it. Yeah, now he's out here just singing. Weenie weenie. That's so funny. Oh, what day was I Chucky?
Khaki is nice, then
When was I Chucky?
you khaki to Halloween.
Wait, when? Come here, say it. I couldn't really hear you that well. When was I Chucky?
Khaki is before tonight, it go Halloween, and she nice and before. Now she awesome. Now she hit and by me.
Okay, okay. I don't know what made him start saying Halloween. I don't know where that came from. It makes me laugh every time he says it because it's just the cutest thing in the world when he says it. In fact, I always say, like, what'd you say? Just like, and he's so funny. He said Halloween. He just turned 4. Right, Gio?
Yeah.
Gio, what are you doing? You were such a mess. Ooh, I love. You know what? Don't think I'm weird, but I like pineapple and ham
No, I ham.
or pineapple and bacon pizza.
No.
I know you're gonna say I'm weird, but
No,
it tastes so good.
Hamburger and pizza. Hamburger.
I know,
No,
Shorty. I wish I had his brows too.
Hamburger is pizza.
Hamburger?
Yeah. Hamburger pizza is good too.
Oh, you're talking about ground beef pizza?
Mom, how is Gio?
Okay.
No,
Yes, Hawaiian pizza is so good. I don't know what it is, but I love Hawaiian pizza.
No, I pizza.
I've never tried it with pepperoni and
Mom,
green peppers. Ooh,
Mom,
that's something to try. Let me screenshot that because that's going to be the next thing I try.
Mom, I pizza.
I know you love pizza.
Pizza is the best. I want the pink one.
Okay.
Pink one.
Yo, you know what? I shouldn't have been talking about pizza because I forgot. That's one of Gio's favorite things to eat.
Mom, can I eat purple pizza?
Not purple pizza, girl, Gio.
I want purple pizza.
No, she said purple pizza.
Purple in your room and pink in your room.
Okay.
And
Yes, y'all. He's excited.
in your shirt.
Oh, my shirt.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'll probably make him some pizza rolls just so he could relax. Like 4. I've never had that pizza. Burrito pizza. Where do you get that from? You know what? We have a taco truck that like normally comes to this area that's really good, but I don't think they have that pizza.
Mom, pizza is pink.
Thank you.
Mom, pizza is pink. Yeah, your shirt and your hair. Your hair.
Okay. What is this? What is this called again?
Call your hair and your shirt.
Okay.
And your hair.
You hear how he says hair?
And your phone.
Okay. All right, y'all, but I'm going to get off of here because I need to get Gio to sleep before he trolls the rest of the night.
No, Ma, I can go sleep. There's monster in my bed.
Man, listen.
Mom,
I always get, when I start talking about food at night, that's when I get tired. I mean, hungry. And I didn't even eat anything earlier because my head was hurting. So my daughter had a chair. I came home and laid down. So I'm probably going to make something to eat. But you guys have a great night. Might be back tomorrow after the Super Bowl. But you guys have a great night.
Mama, I want my sister.
Okay.